Yes, everybody, blessings. Hope you're doing well. Hope your day's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by every time. You know what we're here for today. A little bit of technical difficulties along the way, which is why it took so long to come live. But nonetheless, we are here for Manchester United versus Southampton. Another game to watch, another opportunity to see if we can get back to winning ways in the Premier League. We won against Betis on Thursday. And now hopefully we can get back to winning ways in the Premier League against Southampton. So let's see what happens. Big ups to everybody in the chat thus far. I had to slap this one because the game's actually about to kick off. So I hope everybody's doing good today, man. And hopefully we can get a victory. But we shall see. Manchester United will be kicking off. From left to right on your TV screens. Shout out to Von. I know. A few technical difficulties here and there. But I just had to jump on just about in time for kickoff for me at least anyway. Hope you're having a good weekend though. Big up to Manj in the cut. Score prediction is 2-2, saying Manchester disappointing afternoon at OT. Interesting. Shout out to Super Nick as well. Hope you do well. But yeah, I might be a little late today. I ain't gonna lie. I'm already late. Super Nick saying, no, Manch, we don't want that. We don't need that. Not today. It's crazy, man. I ain't even have no time to go over the lineups or anything like that, but I'm sure you guys have seen it already nonetheless. Cool. One thing we are seeing today is Weghorst starting in a number 10 position. We've seen Bruno. Seems like he'll be the one starting as the number 8, the deeper midfielder. So we'll see how that goes because he did that quite a lot actually against Real Betis. It was kind of Fred who was advancing a little more than him. And of course, Bruno would have his moments where he gets forward and influences the game like he did in the second half. But at least for a lot of the time, he was acting as that deeper midfielder. Manch has no sources saying, hey, man. Hey, listen, Manch has sources. I don't care. It might be wrestling sources, but we move. And I finally catched up on Friday Night SmackDown just before I went to bed last night. Man, the build up to WrestleMania, especially that Bloodline storyline. It's a massive lead, but we focus on United now. That James Ward-Prowse kick is gonna hit the... Hey, don't say that, fam. Don't... Hey, listen. Super Nick saying reverse judge. We'll see anyway. Here's Bruno just flicking it over to Luke Shaw, starting at left back. Tries to play it into Marcus Rashford, but gives the ball away. We want Glazers out chance. Hitting again at OT. It's Casemiro. Tries to clip it over the top. And it still might break for Anthony, but the referee, Anthony Taylor, gives away a free kick a little bit. Grabbing from Anthony there. Outside the area. Casemiro just giving away a free kick now. You can see Alcaraz there just receiving the ball and getting a huge bump in the middle of the park. Here's Adams. Southampton attacking down the left. Crossed in, but calmly cleared away by Casemiro in the area. No Southampton players nearby. Sancho gets challenged, but it will be a Manchester United throw-in as they look to counter-attack quickly. Ruben Sayers, the interim manager for Southampton until the end of the season, has had a relatively good start to his reign, where Ralph Hasenhüttl and Nathan Jones struggled. His Weghorst bouncing it into Casemiro now, and he can find Anthony on the right wing. Wan-Bissaka overlapping. He will receive it now. Ball in, deflected into the hands of the goalkeeper. Man saying, did you see Golden State versus Bucks? Curry was on it. Hey, I didn't even see, I haven't got to see any of the highlights, but after the game, I'll be cluing up and looking at what happened in the association last night. It's Shea Adams. I like this version of the team. Kyle Walker-Peters now saying Super Nick. I like this version of the team. Interesting. How long is GA out? Who's GA, man? Let me know, man. I might be bugging, fam, but I'm all over the place, fam. I'm all over the place, fam. It's not nice. It's not nice, fam. I hate starting late, man. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Here's Ward-Prowse now playing it out to the left-hand side. Sulemana trying to take on a few defenders, but Casemiro gets the better of him that time. Giannis. I didn't even know Giannis was out, fam. That must have happened in the last couple of nights. Fam, I didn't even know Giannis was out. Let me do a quick search of that. They're saying he's day-to-day because he's got a hand injury. So that's all I got right now on Basketball Reference. For those interested in Giannis Antetokounmpo's injury. Here's Aaron Wan-Bissaka now. Back to the football. Back to David De Gea. He had a rough night, should you say. Distributing against Real Betis. A few mistakes that could have put Manchester United in a spot of bother. But that wasn't the case, and they ended up winning 4-1, so all is well. And Casemiro, he did well originally, but gives the ball away. And now Southampton have an opportunity. I mean, Adams, a poor decision there in the end with the shot after being closed down quickly. Southampton still on the ball now. And Lisandro Martinez just strongly going into the challenge and not losing. That's an hand injury. Red flag. Nah, 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 nah. Bruno Fernandes just taking the ball out of the sky and passing it to Lisandro Martinez, who spend a little time on the ball now and survey all of the options around him. Is Aaron Wan-Bissaka passing it back to Rafael Varane. Almost got to Sancho, but Southampton able to win it back momentarily before Jadon Sancho does so. Casemiro trying to spread it like butter, but in the end just gives it away. And as Alcaraz tried to knock the ball past Lisandro Martinez, he takes him down and enters the referee's book. You can see he just knocks the ball away, and a little check by Martinez to make sure the man doesn't go past him. And early on in the game, just about to hit 10 minutes, Martinez enters the book, and it's a very lonely place to be in, especially when you are booked as a defender. Ward-Prowse standing over this free kick. Some regard him as the best set-piece taker the Premier League has to offer at this moment of time. He takes it short. It was quite a bit out away from the area. Walker Peters just decided to drive a shot straight into David De Gea's hands. I've always said I can only get another commentary, so I'm with you for this match. Shout out to you, Vaughn. I'm telling you, it's today is a sticky one still. Today, it's a sticky one still. It's not nice. Hello, just trying to get the ball forward as his team are throwing. Now Bruno Fernandes into Marcus Rashford. Pass deflected. Anthony will retrieve it on the right wing now. Got Wan-Bissaka overlapping. He doesn't opt for that. Casemiro instead. And he'll receive it back from Lisandro Martinez now. Bruno Fernandes picking it up deep. Luke Shaw advanced. Martinez has it once more, bounces it into United's number 8, who clips it over the top, almost reaching Marcus Rashford, but cut out in time. Because that could have been a dangerous ball. And now Southampton momentarily were in the counter-attack before it was cut out by Lisandro. Weghorst, the touch was a little bit heavy, but he got lucky. Casemiro over the top, and it's a lovely ball to Bruno Fernandes. Through, almost crossed into the area where Rashford and Jadon Sancho were there. But it was cut out and cleared away for a Manchester United throw-in. Good move by the Red Devils. Vaughan saying we only don't get the win through individual errors. So I think this is a simple game. Yeah, I went into this game and I was thinking, obviously, must win. I think Manchester United will win this. But like you said, whenever individual errors set in and those moments of adversity where the players have to get tested. Good ball in by Luke Shaw. Weghorst, it was over him and Anthony was coming in, but none of them were able to get a connection. Southampton just cleared it away. A good start by Manchester United thus far, getting forward and asking questions of that Southampton defence. Man saying, you doing a WrestleMania watch-alongs tonight? It's going to be a tough one, to be honest. Well, if all is well and I'm not busy, I should be doing WrestleMania watch-alongs for both nights. On the second channel, link in the description, ladies and gents. One link with all the socials. But I should be doing WrestleMania watch-along for both nights, man. If all is well, though. Because I don't know what's going to be in store for me down the line when it does get to the time of WrestleMania. Shea Adams just about holding up the ball. Lavia just spreading it like butter over to Walker Peters. He's Bednarek. Ward-Prowse picking the ball up deep, giving it to his right back. Vaughan saying I was sure we was going to play a box midfield. I did a Twitter post about it, and now we're back to this 3-1-6 gamble. Interesting. That's interesting, Vaughan. Man saying, thank God I'm a chill this year. Last year, I couldn't enjoy it because I was making notes for the content. Yeah, but you see what I mean? This is the thing, man. When you're making notes, like it can take you away from the experience. But when it's a watch along, you're literally just sitting, chilling, and watching the game with the peoples them, you know? So I have no problem in doing that. Just relaxing, chilling, get a couple drinks, some snacks, and watch WrestleMania with the people. But I get what you're saying still on the note making, because you always have to be kind of watching the content and then looking at your notes and thinking, oh, is this something I need to note down? So your brain is constantly thinking about multiple things at the same time. So it kind of takes you out of the immersion of the event itself. But yeah, man, I hear you on that one. It's Luke Shaw to Bruno. And now back to Marcus Rashford. Great ball! And it's saved. He just tries to side foot it into the back of the net, and he doesn't get all of the angles correct. Good chance there for Marcus Rashford, played in by Bruno Fernandes. And Bazunu gets in a decent enough save for Southampton. But you can see as he is played in by Bruno, good ball, he takes the touch, but he's just not able to open up his body enough to get it into the corner of the net, the right corner of the goal. Like when Austin returned, I couldn't enjoy the yeah. That must have sucked, man. That must have sucked, man. But I swear you said you was going to start making that doing watch-alongs and making content. But Manchester United win back the ball. Here's Rashford. Heavy touch. Oh! United won it back in the centre of the pitch. Sancho played in Rashford and the touch was just so heavy. Bazunu was able to come out and retrieve it. But here come Manchester United again. Casemiro. Rashford didn't go for the ball because he was offside. But that was a big opportunity there for the Red Devils. If Rashford got his touch right to take the lead. Pollard trying to play in Sulemana, but the ball was a little overhit and David De Gea can claim. Shout out to Moss. Hope you're doing well. Hope your day's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by each and every time. Taking away goal on a dodgy offside. Cool for them, scored their own goal. Martinelli, yeah, offside maybe. Let me see what's happening in the other Premier League games. Okay, so it's 0-0 between Fulham and Arsenal. Aston Villa 1-0 up against West Ham. Ollie Watkins scoring in that game. Man saying, I'm planning on YouTube in the future or audio settings. Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. And I've just heard about Arsenal's goal being disallowed themselves. I'm hearing Gabriel Jesus is back in the matchday squad, so that's good news for the Gunners. Having him back, I'm sure he'll be worked into the team because Arteta in the week kind of said, I'm not gonna play him until he's 100%, or at least start him until he's 100%, which I think is the right move considering how important Jesus was to your team since coming in, how important he has been since coming in. Southampton with the throw-in now. High up the pitch on the left side. Pollard looking to take. Sulemana showing himself up the line. And he backheels it now to Lavia. He's tackled by Sancho, and it's a Manchester United throw-in. Just bounces off Lavia for the final touch. Audio would be better. I got some experiences in that area saying, man, say no more. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. The time is now. Where's to the Manchikushna? Is Casemiro just booting it clear? Not taking any risks towards Luke Shaw. Plays it into Marcus Rashford now. Luke Shaw making a run beyond, and he receives it back from Rashford. Cuts back a little bit with little to no options and gives away a free kick in the end because he was pressed down by Theo Walcott. Bednarek starting the play once more. Passing back to Bazunu, who kicks it clear. The second time of opportunity, and that's a really good touch. Martinez missed the header. Here's Shea Adams. And Walcott tried to complete the 1-2, but it was cut out once again. Manchester United were in trouble there. Originally just seeing Lisandro Martinez mistrack the flight of the ball in the air. But here's Manchester United and Jadon Sancho giving it into Anthony now. Receives it back. Plays it into the centre towards Casemiro. All the way over to Marcus Rashford on the left-hand side. Weghorst left it alone. Rashford trying to drill it across. And he earns his team a corner kick. Shout out to Manj. See you at halftime. Luke Shaw is usual to take this corner kick. The likes of Weghorst, Casemiro, Varane in there towards the front post, and it's cleared away. Aaron Wan-Bissaka has got a lot of plaudits from many Manchester United fans since the, oh, what a ball by Martinez and Bazunu. Quick off his line. Brilliant. Brilliant goalkeeping. Bruno Fernandes would have been in there from the ball over the top. Martinez gone for it again, and this time it's cut out by Walker Peters. It's Sulemana. Lavia getting almost caught in between Weghorst and Sancho and eventually gives the ball away. But no, Anthony Taylor decides to give a free kick. And the Manchester United players are incensed. And yeah, that looked like a foul. There was a couple nibbles from Weghorst early on, and then the second one for sure took him down. That was a free kick. I think the frustration comes from how long it took Anthony Taylor to make that decision. Here's Alcaraz. Gets past one, gets past two, and he ends up slipping when trying to strike from a little outside the area. Ball in. Once again. Oh, what a save by David De Gea. Theo Walcott in the middle of the box entered and won the header. It was an absolute bullet straight down the middle of the goal, straight down the throat of David De Gea. but he still had to make the reaction save and tip it over the bar. Ward-Prowse to take the corner kick now. Ball in. Headed away by Weghorst. Now Sulemana. Pello. Corner kick against Southampton. Blocked by Anthony this time. Southampton would have gained quite a bit of confidence with the last minute or so of forward play. Ward-Prowse plays it short, receives it back, ball in. And that time it's out for another corner. Headed out by Marcus Rashford that time. In the opposite corner. Southampton just switched it up a little there. Ward-Prowse played it short, received it back. Crossed it into the area a little deeper that time as they're showing the Theo Walcott header once again. It's a really good reaction save there by David De Gea. Cross in the box again. Headed away. Southampton just still in possession, trying to create something. Headed by Marcus Rashford that time. Lavia. Alcaraz into Shea Adams. Giving it into Perrault. Fakes the cross with his left. Cuts back and gives it back to Lavia. Manchester United doing well to close down the spaces, push Southampton back. Now Kyle Walker-Peters. Bednarek with a sweet ball over to Perrault. Lavia taking on Sancho, Anthony, and beating them both. Taking them out the game. Perrault trying to cross it first time. But he didn't have the balance and wasn't able to get a good ball in. And look at the calmness there from Raphael Varane before he gives the ball away almost. But United able to get out there eventually. And now it's a sweet ball into Luke Shaw. Weghorst, the only ball there forward. But he plays it into Anthony, who's on the other side. Maybe an opportunity to cross in, and he does. Bruno Fernandes! First time strike, just looking to whip the ball into the top corner. But it's a little too high over the bar. Goal kick Southampton. But Luke Shaw once again showcasing his passing ability as Anthony looked to lay it off for Bruno and he wasn't able to get a hold of the ball perfectly. Poor passing out the back. Shea Adams able to rescue that situation for Southampton. Shout out to Bargav. Hope you're doing well. Your day's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by each and every time. And may you have a good stream. And Southampton get a result. But here's Sulemana. Blocked by Varane. Hey, he said, may you have a great stream and Southampton get a result. Shout out to Bargav, man. Hope you're having a good weekend. And Moss is coming in perfect timing as well, saying 2-0 Arsenal. We have a look at this. So it looks like, what is it? Okay, so Martinelli and Gabriel Magalhaes scoring for Arsenal. West Ham 1, Aston Villa 1, Said Benrahma equalising on that side. The later game is Newcastle Wolves, if anybody is interested. Moss is saying domination. We are owning this league. Hey, man. It's yours to lose right now. I'm telling ya. Here's Weghorst. And he gets fouled. A little pull and tug from Bednarek. He's not happy about that one. But it's a free kick to Manchester United. Jan Bednarek knew what he was doing there. Just ran back as soon as he committed the offence. Garnacho getting his chant sung here across Old Trafford. 29 minutes into the game. Still 0-0 between Manchester United and Southampton. How do you guys feel either side has started? And how are you feeling for the rest of the game? Here's Weghorst now. A little heavy touch. And Southampton just able to pinch it back. And thank you to everybody that has been here over the course of this stream. Be sure to hit a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Share to your friends and frenemies. A lot of watch-alongs coming over the course of the next few months. Not just on this channel, but also on my second channel. Link in the description where you'll see one link taking you to all of my pages and other social medias. You can also choose to join the community Discord. Link is in there too. Here's Marcus Rashford now. Attacking down the left. Taking on Lavia. Plays it inside, but it's inaccurate. Casemiro wins it back though. Bargav saying you in for a fight. I do agree with you there. Southampton have had their moments on the counter-attack where they've been a massive threat. Walcott having their best chance from a header thus far in the game. But Manchester United do need to look out for that. Defensively, at least. Suleiman is a big threat as well. Shaw with a wonderful ball in. And I don't think Wout Weghorst was expecting that ball to go in. or reach him at least. Because once it did, he was just standing stationary and he got a header on it. But you weren't able to generate the power or the direction on the ball because he just wasn't fully prepared for the ball to plonk right on here, on his head top. I'm not saying double match watching and double watching on listening. Weghorst maybe should do better there to anticipate it. And Casemiro slid in there. Taylor calls for a free kick and he's reaching in his pocket. And he is going to give the Brazilian a yellow card. Alcaraz is on the floor, visually in some pain while being checked by his teammates. Let's look at this challenge again. And as Casemiro does get the ball, he seems to get a piece of that shin or ankle area. Casemiro shaking his head, and it is relatively unlucky, you could say, but in this modern day of football where we do see the ultra protection of players, should I say, and they're checking it on VAR. Oh no, they're checking it on VAR for a possible red. Oh my. I mean, he gets the ball. He's looking at the monitor. That is not a good sign. Because if he's looking at the monitor, that means most likely he's going to change his mind. Now, he gets the ball. And I'm seeing the replay that they're showing. Oh, they're showing... Because Casemiro, he goes over the top of the ball. He touches the ball for sure. And then he touches a piece of the leg of Alcaraz. He's coming back from the monitor. Running over to the pitch. VAR. Casemiro is sent off. Casemiro is sent off. And I cannot believe it. I absolutely cannot believe it. Manchester United are down to 10 men. Casemiro is visually frustrated. So frustrated with that challenge because it's unlucky. He gets the ball. And his boots, his studs kind of skid over the top of it. And unfortunately, he catches the ankle area of Alcaraz. He goes down and you can see that he didn't mean it. He's getting an applause from the Old Trafford crowd now, but Manchester United are down to 10 men, and that decision is so frustrating. Now, like I'll say again, in this day and age of football, we see those decisions given because they are protecting the player. And of course, as unlucky as it was of a challenge for Casemiro, it could have been a lot worse for Southampton's number 26. But it is just frustrating to see that, because I've been somebody who's wanted to see a lot more context when it comes, a lot more context when it comes to refereeing in sports. And it seems like that has been lost due to the over-reliance on the, technology and other stuff like that. But hey, I guess you can't argue with that one. Casemiro sent off, Manchester United down to 10 men, and Ward-Prowse has a free kick opportunity. And it seems like he's looking to strike it. Referee blows the whistle. Super Nick with a face palm emoji. Oh! And almost, it looked like that was heading straight into the back of the net. But as we see from this angle here, it was deflected out for a corner. It was almost deflected into the opposite side of De Gea's goal. Sheesh. But that is disappointing for Manchester United to see their talisman Casemiro sent off. Ward-Prowse with a corner kick again. De Gea catches. Backs against the wall. Eric Ten Hag's man. Shout out to Kang. Hope you're doing well. Your day's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by every time saying I hate this ref. Anthony Taylor. Man. It's a tough one. Those in the VAR, Stockley Park as they call it, Andre Mariner and Mark Perry, who would have contacted and spoken with Anthony Taylor to help make that final decision, because it was Taylor who gave Casemiro that yellow card originally before checking the monitor. Now, once again, we do see those decisions given, but once again, I just want a bit more context when it comes to refereeing. Like, Casemiro gets the ball first. He doesn't go to take out the play, he looks to get the ball and he gets the ball. But unfortunately, it was the position of the ball that he connected with that allowed him to allowed his foot to kind of slip onto the ankle and connects there as well. So it's extremely unlucky, man. Here's Anthony now. He goes down, free kick United. Just on the edge of the area, on the right side of the box. Right side of the pitch, should I say, outside of the box. He's asking for a yellow card there because once the free kick was given, I think it's Bednarek who just boots the ball away. It wasn't even Bednarek, it was Perraud. But what do you guys think about that red card, ladies and gentlemen? Do you agree with the decision? Yes or no? I'm looking at this from both ways. I agree and I disagree. I want to disagree because I feel like there should be a lot more context when it comes to that challenge. But the reason why I agree is because those are the challenges that they're giving red cards for. And there was a great ball in by Bruno Fernandes. Saved by Bazunu again. I think it was Varane coming at the back post. Almost gives United the lead. And just Bazunu making himself big and saving Southampton once again. Corner kick. Luke Shaw to deliver. Ball in. And Lisandro Martinez's header goes over the bar. Paxton saying 4-match ban for Casemiro. Is there a 3-match ban? Well. Yeah. Oh, 4 games! As this is second red card of the season. I didn't even know that was a thing. Second red card of the season Wow. Wow. Thank you, Paxton. I hope you're doing well today. Casemiro is the first to receive 2 yellow cards in a single Premier League season for United since Nemanja Vidic in 2013-14. You know what? That red card is so unlucky, man. So unlucky. Let's get out of here with a draw at least. Must not lose, saying Manj. Kang saying, nah, that tackle was deflected off the ball to the leg. He didn't intentionally do it, so should just be a yellow. And that's the thing. That's why I'm saying there needs to be a lot more context that goes into refereeing, because there's an over-reliance on this complicated rule book technology. Here's United with Bruno Fernandes. Good challenge. Corner kick. They're asking for a penalty. And they're running to Anthony Taylor. But that's what I'm saying, man. The slow motion makes it worse. You watch it in real time. You see Casemiro slides in. He gets the top of the ball. And because he gets the top of the ball, his foot slides off. It's not like he can stop himself from there. And it hits the ankle. So what do you expect him to do? Use the fit, like some force field or something like that to stop him in his tracks. It's impossible. So that's the frustrating part about the red card. While we got Anthony Taylor out of all people riffing us, saying Kang. Ball in by Bruno. Headed away by Bella Koch at that time. And Alcaraz fouled by Luke Shaw. Oh no, he's not fouled. He got brought down in Sancho. He gets challenged by Ward-Prowse, who plays a wonderful ball forward. Here's Walcott. And he just can't return it to the Southampton captain. Couldn't have happened at a worse time, saying Super Nick. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. The team will need the noise and the support of the crowd from here on out, because it will be a tough job. Manchester United, no doubt, going to have to change their shape somewhat in the second half. I might put a poll out there, actually, to see what everybody is saying. We've got 7 people watching. Blessings to each and every one of you who have come through to the watch along thus far. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. Rashford tries to put the ball in. They're asking for a yellow card now. Anthony Taylor doesn't want to hear any of it at all. The atmosphere is becoming hostile. And that may be because of the performance. Let's ball in again. He tries to drag his arm away, but does it hit his arm? That's what we're trying to find out. It kind of comes off his chest and hits the upper region of his arm. So I don't think they're going to give a penalty for that. Yeah, no penalty from the Czech. And Scott McTominay is coming on now. Unfortunately, Wout Weghorst has to make way. Ten Hag's making his change to put that extra body in the midfield. Unfortunately, Weghorst has to be the one sacrificed. Because it will be a game where Manchester United are going to have to make full advantage, or take full advantage of those counter-attacking opportunities. So now we're going to have to utilize the pace we have up front instead. We need to keep heads and a goal fast, saying Super Nick. Keep cool heads and a goal fast. David De Gea kicks it along towards Marcus Rashford. Walker Peters almost found himself in a spot of bother after letting the ball bounce, but he's still able to clear it away. United still in possession from the throw-in. A minute of added time now. Bruno receives it. Ball in! Anthony was there, but it goes over him, and Wan-Bissaka's just a little too far away from the ball and able to keep it in on the opposite side. Pelodis to take the ball. Moss said, I said, and this is in the poll, asking if Casemiro's challenge was a red card. Moss said yes, because today's football is red, which I do agree with. But it was accident that Stuz went there because the ball and hitting the ball fast. My day is fine, but nowadays it's a red, unfortunately. Yeah, definitely. I think back in the day for sure. That is a yellow card at best. But yeah, you can understand why that is a red card now as the halftime whistle is blown and there are massive boos. And that ain't for the Manchester United team. I'll tell you, that's for Anthony Taylor. The Manchester United fans do not like that decision, not one bit. And we're looking at the poll, asking if Casemiro's challenge was a red card. As at halftime, it is 0-0 between Manchester United and Southampton. 80% of people said no. 20% of people said yes out of 5 votes. And I do understand both points of view, because I kind of outlined and gave my opinion on the situation. I think it is frustrating because even where I'm coming from as a football fan, and I'm a relatively young football fan, when I first started watching football, that was never a red card. But as time has progressed and the protection of players has been even more prioritized, you can understand why that is a red card in this day and age. So I guess we just have to live with it. This is still a winnable game for Manchester United, and it'll be interesting to hear some of you guys' opinions in the comments on how you think Manchester United should change. Perhaps Erik ten Hag has already made a substitution. Wout Weghorst coming off for Scott McTominay. So that is one change out of the 5. Kang saying that one dude voted yes, Arsenal fan, I'm sure. Bath Time and Vaughan saying, I'm very happy so far. Please have your say on the game. What do you think went well? That was a clear red. That was a clear red, lads. Yeah. But have your say in the comments, Vaughan, on what you thought about the game thus far. And it looks like, looking at all of the other Premier League scores on the doors, Arsenal are 3-0 up. Martin Odegaard adding on to Gabriel Magalhaes and Gabriel Martinelli's goals. And West Ham and Aston Villa are drawing at half-time as well. Ollie Watkins giving Villa the lead before Said Benrahma equalised from the spot after 26 minutes. Still baffling the handball. I don't think it was a handball, Kang, because when you look at it, I think it. Let me check who it was, because I think it was Bella Kochap who got the contact in the end, and he was dragging his arm away, but it kind of hit. Even if it did hit, I think it kind of hit the upper region up here. So I'm not sure if that was totally there, to be honest. Vaughan saying I'd start a fight over that in my league. Absolute leg breaker. The problem is we are too direct against both Saints and Betis. You've seen better play from the midfields than ours. We need to look after the ball and play slower. And you know what, Vaughan? This is something that I've had a problem with Manchester United for a while now, because I feel like we almost, like you say, a bit too direct, but at times we force situations when it doesn't need to be the case. I feel like at times, like you said, slow it down, drag players out of position and try to create some better opportunities than we are creating right now. Not saying we aren't creating some decent chances, getting some crosses into the box here and there, but I just feel like Manchester United could be a little more patient in their build-up play. That'll be a little difficult now we're down to 10 men, but it's still possible. We'll see probably a lot of counter-attacks. But we will see. We will see. We are direct because we do not have capable midfielder, saying Kang. Interesting one, that Kang. Interesting one, that. Tomorrow night during Rich Sports 7, we're going over box midfields and how we need to evolve. Saying Vaughan, say no more. There seems to be an issue with us gaining control of games and passing and tempo where we invite pressure. Saying Super Nick. Man saying, would you take a draw now or risk losing? Well, I still feel like, man, that there's an opportunity for Manchester United to win the game. So I don't think we should kind of say, hey, let's go for a point, because even after we got the red card, we've shown that we can get forward and pose a threat. And there will always be that risk regardless. You know what I mean? We've seen plenty of situations where teams go for a draw and in the end, they still concede and it still puts them in a spot of bother. Bath time with Vaughan saying we've got too many forward runners forward. We need Martial back, to be honest. Interesting as well. Anthony Martial. Sure, he's soon to return after training and so forth. But we do get numbers forward. And at times that does leave us a little exposed in the other end, but hey, Kang saying Fred is press resistance but can't carry or progress the ball. He's hit or miss. Sabitzer is press prone and more of an AM, not controlling tempo type. Interesting when you say that. Yeah, Fred, I wouldn't say he's completely press resistant, but I wouldn't say he's press resistant, to be honest, because he does get caught out a lot of the time. I've seen it on many occasions in games, to be fair, and I haven't seen a lot of Sabitzer to the point where I could say he is press prone. So I don't know about that one, but I appreciate your comment. Half time, Vaughan saying I like having Sancho and Anthony in the same half space, but we can't get them combining with AWB. Fred and Vaughan saying press isn't press resistant. Yeah, that's the problem. It's the combinations in that high area. He's without a doubt the best presser of the ball I've seen. It's unreal how well he in times his runs and knows his distance. Saying Vaughan, big up to Manj. He's saying I'll see you lot in a bit. Big up yourself, man, each and every time for coming through. And shout out to the mod squad, always helping out in the streams. But let's go over. Give me a second. We can have a look at the lineup so far, because we actually didn't have an opportunity to look at it originally. And we can see it. And let me just reset my timer real quick. Start from 45. So Scott McTominay has already come on for Wout Weghorst. Are there any more changes you would make, or do you keep it the same considering the personnel we have on the bench? So we do have a Fred. Attacking wise, I don't think you make those changes right now. Not too sure, but we'll see. Mainly trying to have a bit of control, as much control as we can have, being down to 10 men. But we'll see. You always arise when they take their first touch. It's incredible, saying Vaughan on Fred. A lot of stats and footage showed Sabitzer gives more bad decisions than his ability when he got pressed as he plays deeper. Bath time with Vaughan saying Sancho off, Fred on for me. I don't want to lose this game. And that's the thing. This is a game where Manchester United can't afford to lose, really. And it is going to be an uphill battle from here. But the positive is that we are still drawing. It is still 0-0. I don't know. I'm seeing this pick, ladies and gents, yeah? Let me switch over. Give me a second. Okay, let me switch over now. Boom. So you guys can see, this is the image. I'm not convinced this is a card, because for me, images always, like, still images and slow motion pictures always make situations look worse than they are. And if you look at it in real time, he's trying to drag his arm away. The first time I saw it, maybe I need to see it again, but he's kind of dragging his arm away, and even there you can kind of see it's in the upper region. I'm not too sure about that one. Not too sure about that one. What do you guys think? Vaughan also saying, sorry about that, everyone. Sometimes it's about options. There are not enough in our midfield to give Sabitzer or anyone enough choices to make a poor decision. That is a good comment there by Vaughan as well. Paxton saying, I'm with Kang on this whole topic. It's not a handball. I don't know the rules, but the VAR people do. And I hate how this criticism of refs translates into the games I play at the weekends. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. You will have choices when your midfielders are intelligent and knows how to run and make free-man plays, Vaughan. Saying Kang. It's a good conversation everybody's having in the chat, and it's always appreciated once more. I'd love to hear you explain what a third man combination is and why you think it happens in the midfield. Saying bath time with Vaughan. Have your say, Kang. Please, just have your say, man. Keep the conversation going, because it's good stuff. I'm gonna look online and see if we can have a second look at the. Let me see. Just trying to find some things online real quick. They're just showing the ball in again. This is an opportunity to kind of. Okay, this is another opportunity. I don't know if I can even show that online, but there's another opportunity to kind of show the handball situation there, so we can see it here. Even though it's slowed down, kind of touches it and drags his hand away. So there is that for all those who weren't able to see it for a second or third time. Seeing some opinions online, somebody said, it's often said the Premier League is clean and pure. However, since the introduction of VAR especially, a lot of decisions have been inconsistent, non-contextual, and untrustworthy. They can generally dictate a game by giving the referee certain angles and so on. And you know what? That is something that I somewhat agree with. I think that's a good comment. Because one thing I will say is, when you do rely on VAR so much with the humans making the final decision, I don't know. I feel like there's a lack of context in decision making, more so now than ever. And that's one thing I will continue to say in regards to VAR. But when it comes to the red card, is as much as it's frustrating, final say on that, I agree that it probably is a red. But it is what it is nowadays. You'll probably see a challenge happen around somewhere else and somebody will get let off. It's just the way the inconsistencies go. I'm saying this rhetoric around refs and VAR is very annoying. We need more refs at semi and amateur levels, and it's incredibly unhelpful when Twitter people do this kind of thing. I hear it, man. I hear both sides of it. I hear both sides of the argument because, yeah, referees are doing their jobs, and unfortunately, the criticism is there, and I think, fair enough, there will be bias coming into certain decisions. Fair enough. But it's the inconsistencies that become frustrating when you see certain decisions given somewhere and then not given somewhere else. And I think it is difficult. It is difficult to be consistent on a week-to-week basis when you have to, because it's not like in your mind you can hold on to certain scenarios. You have to react to it in real time. So that's where you will give almost an allowance to the referees. Kang saying, I'm digging back the video. Casemiro helped Eriksen escape. Press with intelligent off-ball run in a match a guy captured on Twitter long ago. Vaughan said, I did some coaching last week with an under-12 team at my club. And when I watched the kids, I nearly had a fight with their parents about the treatment of the ref. I think there is a massive issue. And I remember from many years ago, there was almost a campaign about it because referees, especially at the amateur levels, grassroots, they were getting a lot of abuse. And I remember when I was playing as a kid, like primary school football, and you would always hear the parents just barking at the referees, barking all the time and just cursing them out and all that stuff there. And that's almost become a negative part of the culture when it comes to football. The game is about to restart though, ladies and gentlemen, with Southampton. Shout out to Paxton, he's just put in a quote as the referee blows a whistle and the second half has begun. But let's see, Casemiro will miss Sunday's FA Cup tie against Fulham and also the next 3 league games against Newcastle, Brentford and Everton. McSundays are back, lads, saying rough time with Vaughan. See you later. I've sent your Twitter details to United Agenda, so I hope to see you on there. Thank you so much, Vaughan. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Here's James Ward-Prowse. Shay Adams trying to play in. Theo Walcott cut out by Luke Shaw. And Alessandro Martinez is able to win a free kick off Adams. Just bringing him down. Fighting for the ball. We love a real tussle there. Kang saying, see, mate, I tried to find the vid and send to CM Discord. Shout out to you, Kang. And please do let me know if you send it. Shout out to Kang coming through. Here's Shay Adams, cuts back up against Luke Shaw, and it goes out trying to play the ball down the line. Throwing Southampton still. Here's Jan Bednarek. Now better catch up. Shout out to MXN. Hope you're doing well. Hope your day's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by each and every time. What are you saying about the game thus far? Here's Walker Peters. And to Theo Walcott. Now Jan Bednarek once more. Southampton just passing across the back line. Looking to creep forward up the pitch. If you want to see peak football, just watch Brighton matches. A pure joy to watch. Yeah, Brighton. Brighton are a really good team to watch. No word of a lie, man. Here's Ward-Prowse now. Playing it into Walker-Peters. High up the pitch. Marcus Rashford just marking him at the moment. Mossane still 3-0 to Arsenal. Aston Villa, West Ham drawing 1-1 as well. Second half has started for both of those sides. Shout out to Supernick. Shout out to Moss Kang. MXN. Paxton. Oh my goodness! Southampton almost taking a lead. Walker-Peters down the right-hand side, and it seemed to deflect off a Manchester United defender before it was cleared off the line. It's Bednarek now. Lavia. Sweet ball out to the left wing, but unfortunately Perraud couldn't take it down in his stride, throwing Manchester United. We're looking at the replay once again. So Walker-Peters receives the ball, gets past Marcus Rashford, crosses it in, deflects off McTominay, and it's Wan-Bissaka who gets a left foot on it as it deflects off David De Gea and away. Supernick saying prayer time. Scary moments indeed. It's Ward-Prowse. Lavia. And Anthony able to win a free kick there for Manchester United. Southampton have won 2 of their 3 games under interim manager Ruben Sayers. Can they make it 3 out of 4? With all that being said, it will still be a tough ask for Southampton to find a way to get the victory here at Old Trafford, as United are unbeaten in 14 meetings with Southampton in all competitions. In their last 14 meetings at least. And here's Theo Walcott. He's in, but he's not able to gather his feet. And it looks like the offside flag was up anyway, as Theo Walcott was played in over the top. We're seeing it again. It's Bella Kotchap who played the ball in, and he was ahead of Lisandro Martinez. David De Gea kicks it long towards Marcus Rashford, who touches it down and plays it back towards Luke Shaw. Now here's Raphael Varane. Wan-Bissaka, who was being pressed, but still able to get the ball out. Bruno Fernandes dangerously turning and giving the ball away. And Lisandro Bruno gives away the free kick. Anthony Taylor blew his whistle after Luke Shaw was able to clear the ball away. But Bruno, just with a dangerous turn, he didn't anticipate Lavia being so close. And now it's a really good position for James Ward-Prowse. Whenever you go against Southampton, it has to be on the scouting report that you can't give away cheap free kicks near the area, and Manchester United have done that here. David De Gea getting his line together. Walker Peters and Ward-Prowse having a brief conversation. If he scores when he scores his next free kick, he'll actually go level with David Beckham on the amount of free kicks scored in the Premier League. With 18. Referee blows the whistle. Ward-Prowse run up. Oh, clips the bar. You can see it. It curls over the wall. And it just doesn't have the dip. It doesn't have enough dip to go under David De Gea's crossbar. Southampton close there. And now changes being made. Carlos Alcaraz coming off for Adam Armstrong. Hold on. It might be Stuart Armstrong, actually. Stuart Armstrong coming on, yeah. My bad. Stuart Armstrong coming on for Alcaraz, who was involved in that Casemiro incident earlier in the first half. Southampton currently have Jan Bednarek down. He's getting back to his feet now as the game has stopped. People not happy at all. In the stadium, at least. Not pleased with the current predicament of this Manchester United team have found themselves in. Super Nick saying ETH very passive on the touchline. I think he's watching on, he's observing the game. And it is a difficult situation to find yourself in when you are down to 10 men. Here comes Southampton now. Cleared away by Martinez from the cross. They have it back again. Armstrong gets beaten by Luke Shaw. Well played. And Walker Peters prevents him from getting forward even further. Tupidic saying he is vexed. Referring to Erik ten Hag. Southampton have had 76% of possession in this second half. And Bruno Fernandes giving the ball away cheaply. Here's Adams, plays it in. And Lisandro Martinez is able to get there. If he played it a little more to the left, I don't think Lisandro gets there. It was a difficult ball for Shea Adams to play, as it seemed he was losing his balance. But Bruno Fernandes putting Manchester United in trouble there. United win a free kick with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Let's look. Bruno just flicking it around the corner. Not even looking over his shoulder, giving the ball away. I mean, come on. You have to have a little bit of quality there. Especially when you're playing in that position. You can't be playing those kind of loose, reckless balls. But that's a good ball towards Marcus Rashford. He takes it down. Back heels into Jadon Sancho. He checks back. Turns again. Nice piece of skill. Scott McTominay. He has to go outside the area. Bruno Fernandes. Into Luke Shaw. Teeing up the first time cross and puts it in. Cleared away by Bednarek. Throw in Manchester United. And now you hear a roar from the Old Trafford crowd. Shaw into Bruno. And he looks to find Marcus Rashford, but it deflects off a Southampton defender for a corner kick. Come on, United. Varane slowly entering the box as Shaw takes it short. And he doesn't have the opportunity to put the ball into the net, but Bruno Fernandes does. It's blocked again. He receives the ball. Once more, Shaw is asking for it. He gets it. He whips it in and it looks a little too deep, and it is over the bar, goal kick. Not good production there from the set piece for Manchester United that time. Here's Lavia. Almost half an hour to go in the game. Southampton have comfortably had most of the possession. And they have the advantage, and they may be in with Sulemana. Great challenge by Scott McTominay, and he gets fouled in the end, earning his team a free kick. I didn't like the video on Twitter, and now I can't find the like part. Now we're gonna think I was spouting rabbit. Hey, listen, Kang, it's all good. Listen, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own opinion, man. You don't need to worry because it's a conversation in the end of the day, you know? Everybody has their opinion. Everybody sees the game differently. And we appreciate all of these conversations nonetheless. So don't worry yourself about it, man. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy some Premier League football or any other league that's being played right now. Here's James Ward-Prowse. Back to Jan Bednarek. Kochap. Bednarek playing it long towards the right-hand side, and Theo Walcott is able to keep it in, but just backseals it into the path of Luke Shaw, who gets fouled. Free kick United. And that's just displayed in the chat, ladies and gents. If you want to join the community Discord, please feel free to click the link and join the 22s. A lot of different discussions can happen over there. From food to different sports, football, basketball, wrestling, TVs, movies, music, many channels in the 22's Discord server. Let's just hope we get the goal soon. Exactly that, soup in it. Come on. I think so far in the second half, it has been frustrating for Manchester United. Not a lot of possession. The attacking opportunities have broken down in the final third. There have been moments where we've also given the ball away in poor areas. If we are able to find a winner in this game, it will be hard fought. Because right now it looks hard to come by. Looks like it's going to be hard to come by. And Wan-Bissaka gives the ball away with a left foot pass. Manchester United. Scott McTominay doing really well in there and winning the ball back. Now here's Anthony. Can Manchester United put together a golden counter-attack? Bruno Fernandes on the right side. Back to Anthony. What a ball into Luke Shaw! And great defending by Kyle Walker-Peters. Corner kick United, but a really nice pass by Anthony to the opposite side as Luke Shaw was free inside the box. He took a touch on his chest and that gave Kyle Walker-Peters enough time to travel across and block out the areas. One goal and then control the game. No heroics, but we are being sloppy with the passes and too tentative with the chances, saying Super Nick. Oh no! Wan-Bissaka gives the ball away. Is Theo Walcott in? Big chance for Southampton. Can he take it? No! Saved by David De Gea. Theo Walcott, he had all the time to think about what he wanted to do. What he needed to do was put the ball in the back of the net. And as he got closer and closer to the goal, and it was Lisandro Martinez who got closer and closer to him. It seemed he just lost control of the ball completely and had to take the shot with his left boot before he lost the opportunity altogether. Ward-Prowse ball in. And it goes right across everyone. Perraud, ball in again. Rashford gets it away for now. Here's Lavia, lashing it with his left foot. And apparently it takes a deflection. Corner again. Ward-Prowse stepping across once more. They've had quite a few set-piece opportunities today, Southampton. Have not been able to take advantage of them just yet. And neither have they been able to do so now. Bednarek taking a long-range strike. It gets blocked. Better Kocha. Lavia to Armstrong. Sulemana taking on Bruno Fernandes down the line, but his cross goes past everyone way too high. And Lisandro can get it clear as he just smartly touches the ball beyond Theo Walcott. That composure. Wan-Bissaka getting forward, running past Lavia. And he was pulled back, free kick, Man United. And coming in with a comment once again, unpopular opinion. Ten Hag ideally want wingers to hold the ball and create chances through it. So that's why he wanted Anthony. So at the time, as time goes by and he gets to complete his own system and not have to adapt everything every game, Anthony will be different and shine more. Hey, you know what? I love that you say that, because there's a lot of people who I feel like they don't really look at the kind of the long-term aspect of things when it comes to Manchester United. We're kind of so embroiled and inserted, should I say, or immersed into what's happening this season and all the success we've had. But there is long-term planning when it comes to Erik ten Hag and what he wants to do with this Manchester United team. And Anthony will be a part of that in the end of the day. So big up Sekang for making that comment. Here's Luke Shaw. Gives it into Bruno Fernandes. Takes the shot! I think there was a save by Bazunu. If there was, what a save. I thought that was in. I thought that was in the back of the net. Man. What a save. By Bazunu. Corner kick for United. Luke Shaw delivers. Martinez wins the header, but only in... It goes to Bazunu, who's able to claim it. We're looking at the replay again. Nice work by Shaw on the left side. Just pokes it into Bruno. Takes a couple touches, and what a save! Save of the game. Might be one of the saves of the weekend. Wow. Here's Ward-Prowse. Walker-Peters. Ward-Prowse again. Now Armstrong gets the ball in, headed away by McTominay. Super Nick saying, kiss my teeth. Here's Walker-Peters. Oh my goodness, off the post! He received the ball, they played it short. And it was a bullet of a left-footed strike from Kyle Walker-Peters. Cannon off the post. And now Southampton come close to taking the lead here at Old Trafford. Just inside the box. And it was pure. Wow. Super Nick saying, oh my gosh. That was my reaction as well. It's Pete. Here's Jadon Sancho now. Just challenged by Lavia. Gives the ball away. Still a Manchester United throw-in. Carl Martin standing by Ruben Sales. Discussing and ordering out some commands for the away side. 20 minutes to go in the game now. Here's Armstrong. Plays it into Pello, but too much pace on the ball. It goes out for a throw-in. Unlucky there because it was on. Wow. They're just showing the two opportunities that hit the post in the last few minutes. Bruno Fernandes and Kyle Walker-Peters. Two great strikes. One just denied by the post. One denied by a superb save and the post. Alejandro Garnacho and Facundo Pellistri are being ready to come on now for Manchester United. An opportunity for Garnacho, who's had many impacts off the bench in the league. But now Facundo, who had quite an impact off the bench in Manchester United's Europa League game against Real Betis, has an opportunity to impress. Erik ten Hag. Here's Shea Adams. Sulemana. Ward-Prowse into Walker-Peters. Across! And cleared away by Wan-Bissaka. Stuart Armstrong tries to strike it into David De Gea's arms. And he throws it out early. Bruno Fernandes into Jadon Sancho. United crowd roaring. He gets past one. Plays it into Scott McTominay in the central area. Now Anthony takes the shot. It's blocked. Maybe not the right decision there with a lack of space. Bruno trying to put it into the end area. Blocked, and now Theo Walcott can come away with it. Shay Adams and Sulemana up with him. He takes the strike and it goes over the bar. And now Pelistri and Garnacho coming on for Manchester United as the ball goes out of play. Jadon Sancho making way. And the other person making way will be Anthony. So Jadon Sancho and Anthony making way for Alejandro Garnacho and Facundo Pelistri. So Garnacho on the left, Petty on the right. Super Nick saying, youth, we love to see it. Garnacho has his first touch. It just bounces off his boot from the goal kick. Here's Sulemana. Ball in, and it's a good ball in. Luke Shaw gets the header away. Straight into the path of Bruno Fernandes. Garnacho running. Bruno pulls the ball back and tries to give it to Facundo Pelistri. I'm not too sure if that was the right ball or if he needed to play that with Garnacho running down the line, but Scott McTominay has it now. And he plays through. Here's Marcus Rashford around the goalkeeper. He goes down! Referee says goal kick. Rashford is appealing. Same with Bruno. We see it on the replay again. No penalty. Rashford trips over his leg. Yeah, Rashford tripped himself in the end there. Good goalkeeping by Bazunu. And now here's Sulemana just keeping it in for Southampton on the left wing. Up against Wan-Bissaka. Passes it back to James Ward-Prowse. Finds Lavia. Takes the shot over the bar. That one went high. Real high. Southampton are making a pair of substitutions now. Adam Armstrong and Sekumala coming on now. So Sulemana will be one of those players departing the pitch. And I believe Shay Adams is the other one leaving the pitch, and he is. So Kamaldeen, Sulemana and Shay Adams leaving the pitch for Adam Armstrong and Sekumala. So two forwards replacing two forwards. Like for like switches. Lavia just getting pressed by Rashford, but he wasn't able to keep it. And now Walcott trying to keep that drive alive again, but Manchester United defending well that time. De Gea kicking it towards Garnacho, but it goes over his head out for a throw-in. They were looking at that Marcus Rashford incident again. I think in the end, he just ends up tripping himself, which can happen when you're running at full speed. Or is it a little trick up the sleeve of our modern day attacking players. Something we have to add to our arsenals. A bit of lying, cheating, and stealing, bruv. Stuart Armstrong now giving it to Ward-Prowse. Perot. And his cross is blocked. It's part of the modern game saying super in it. Listen, you gotta be the master of the dark arts. Hey, must say, be aware, Premier League, the Jesus has risen. The third Gabriel is back. He subbed in. Apparently, Trossard has had a good match as well, according to Moss. He even had 3 assists, Moss said earlier, for Arsenal. They had quite a first half. Haven't added on to their goals just yet, but 3 first half goals from Gabriel Magalhaes, Gabriel Martinelli, and Martin Odegaard. West Ham and Aston Villa still drawing 1-1 as well. The later game is Newcastle versus Wolves, as we watch Manchester United trying to win here against Southampton. But it is proving not to be an easy challenge. Great challenge there on Wan-Bissaka by Adam Armstrong. What was that shoot? Damn it. Too many Armstrongs, bruv. Here's Lavia. Trying to play Theo Walcott in. But it was cut out. Here's Alejandro Garnacho. Taking on Walker Peters. 1-on-1. Great defending. Corner kick. As we enter the final 10 minutes of the game, Garnacho is still on the ground. It was a robust challenge. Garnacho is still down. And he's holding his face there. He looks in a lot of pain, which is not a good sign for the youngster. Trying to look at this replay again and see if there's... And you can see his right foot kind of gets sandwiched in between the legs of Kyle Walker-Peters, so maybe something happens there. It's unlucky. Hopefully he can continue, but at this moment of time, it's not looking like that may be the case. Garnacho looking like he's slowly gonna be able to get back to his feet, maybe. Fred is being readied. Garnacho's being helped to his feet. Oh, man. You look like he is struggling, even though he is back on his feet. They are waiting to make that substitution now. Corner kick for Bruno to take. Ball in. Headed away from the near post. Wan-Bissaka, shot blocked. Luke Shaw does well to cut out Man United's or Southampton's counter. Wan-Bissaka with a brilliant ball to Bruno. Clipped in and cleared away once again. I sent something in the Discord. Also, this match we got Rob saying Kang. Here's Lavia. Yeah, maybe Garnacho will be okay, Super Nick. And Garnacho is back on the pitch. Here's Armstrong, headed away by Alessandro, throwing to Southampton. Southampton also making another substitution now. So Paul Onuachu coming on. Let me just check who came off momentarily. I had my head away from the game. It was Theo Walcott who came off for Paul Onuachu. Manchester United. 5 minutes plus added time to find a winner. McTominay with a splendid ball over to Facundo Pellistri. Oh, brilliant there. Wan-Bissaka enters the area. Cuts in towards Rashford. Good defending. Pellistri again. Into Bruno Fernandes. Blasts it across the area. Defended well once more and cleared away. Manchester United are getting closer and closer. Shaw into Pellistri. He goes down. No foul. And Bella Kotchap. Even though he chased the ball, it goes out of play and Manchester United back in possession. McTominay into Rafa Varane. He turns back, plays it to David De Gea. Nacho chasing the ball down and Walker Peters sniffed out the danger and got it away for a throw-in in time. He'll receive it now, Garnacho. Back to Rashford. 2 balls on the pitch, unfortunately, and that is a problem. And he stops playing now. Oh, boy. Referee just dropping the ball there and resuming play. Here's McTominay. Great turn. Now into Bruno Fernandes. Sorry about that knock, ladies and gents. United throwing again. Southampton just defending right now as Manchester United are applying some serious pressure. But don't write off the Saints either. Now with Ward-Prowse. And they've got runners. Walker-Peters on the right. Oh, what a ball that is. Armstrong. Just dragging the ball across and cleared away. Now here's Garnacho. A lot of space for him to run into. Oh, and it's a great challenge by Jan Bednarek. There was so much space there for Manchester United. Garnacho probably trying to get past Bednarek, but he didn't deceive his defender. And saying, can't trust United to help my team out. Precious point for Southampton this, man, Ed. I'm telling you, hope you're doing well. Hope your day's been blessed. I appreciate you coming by each and every time. But, sheesh. I mean, the red card earlier in the game. And ever since then, our whole game plan's been thrown out of the window. Only in the latter stages have we really upped the pressure and the intensity of our play. But every time we get to the final third, our attacks break down. And it's been one of those games, a very frustrating game, especially if it remains the same. It looks like Harry Maguire is going to come on now for Manchester United to maybe shore up the defence. Always blessed to spend some time with you, my brother. Big up yourself. It's been a fun watch. Looking forward to the Twins breakdown of the game. Yes, Ed, yes. You guys look out for that one in a couple days' time or so. Mine and Cappy's reaction to the game, because it has been an interesting one. And Harry Maguire is coming on for Lisandro Martinez. Fred is also coming on for Alejandro Garnacho, taking him off after he went down with that little knock. I guess no need to take the risk. But yeah, but thank you for being here, Ed. And shout out to everybody for being here, most importantly, you know. How much added time is that? 4 minutes of added time, ladies and gentlemen. Is there a winning goal? Could it be? The United fans roar once more at Old Trafford. Maguire now carrying it forward. Giving it into Bruno. First time into Marcus Rashford. He goes down, but gives the ball away. No free kick. Ward-Prowse. And now Kyle Walker-Peters. There's space to run into. Luke Shaw getting there quickly. And he's able to cut it out. And Fred just completing the challenge, but giving the ball away. Oh, and winning a free kick. Or maybe just giving a... Yeah, it's a free kick. Fred does well in the end to quickly get there before Ward-Prowse has an opportunity to get the ball to deliver it into a dangerous area. Tariq is going to be even more insufferable after this weekend. Every weekend brings them closer to being Super A. And it's not looking good. I hate to say it, but I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen, Ed. 3 first half goals today. Gabriel Jesus back from injury, which I think is big for them. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. But it seems like with their game today, I'm going to have to watch it, but it seems like they may be getting back to their best. And Fulham are no easy side to play against either. Especially this season. It even surprised me. Here comes Southampton. Corner kick off Facundo Pelistri. We're already almost 2.5 minutes into added time. These are important moments for both teams. I know earlier on Manj was saying he would take the draw. Especially after that red card. How are you guys feeling about it now? Any Southampton fans in the chat? McTominay heads the corner away. Southampton will come again. 1 minute to go in the game. Good delivery by Ward-Prowse. Oh! Better Kotchap tried to keep the ball in as it was headed across by, I believe it was Bednarek. It is a United goal kick. And Kotchap goes down. Maguire was trying to get him up. But yeah, it looks like the centre half of Southampton is down and out. Anthony Taylor just telling the physios to come on and deal with him. 17 attempts for Southampton to United's 10. Both teams have had 4 shots on target. It has been one of those games, a lot of shots, a lot of opportunities, end-to-end attacks at times. Definitely not far from controversy either. It's been an entertaining game, just unfortunately, we haven't had the goals to complement it. So now Kocha just coming off the pitch momentarily as we are now almost 5 minutes into added time. So surely there is a bit of extra time to try and get one more attack in as De Gea kicks it up the pitch. Can Manchester United control it? Southampton clear it right now. It will have to be quick. Anthony Taylor not quite having a whistle up high just yet. Luke Shaw can bring it down. Bruno Fernandes just blasting it forward over towards Wan-Bissaka. It's a wonderful ball, should I say. Here's Fred trying to send it in, but it wasn't a good cross at all. Southampton clearing once again. And now, here is Mara. He gets fouled by Luke Shaw, and I'm afraid that may be that. That may be that. A yellow card given by Anthony Taylor to Luke Shaw. But that may be that here for Manchester United. And possibly for Southampton, depending on how they are able to deliver this ball in. 6 minutes in now of added time. Ward-Prowse to deliver from deep. And he does. Headed away by Harry Maguire. And that is that, ladies and gentlemen. And breathe. And breathe and scene. I mean, Manchester United 0, Southampton 0. It is a disappointing result in the grand scheme of things. Having gone down to 10 men, you can say it is a good draw. Southampton had chances. They hit the post through Kyle Walker-Peters. They hit the crossbar with James Ward-Prowse from a free kick as well. We hit the post. Bruno Fernandes, brilliant save by Bazunu, just tipping it onto the post. So there were a lot of opportunities in this game, and probably even more if I look over it in depth and get ready to speak about it with Cappy in a couple days' time with the United Twins. So look out for that. United Twins will be here on this channel, speaking about the game. But yeah, it's been an interesting one. I am somewhat disappointed, but it was tough. A very tough game to find a win. I think Southampton played well going forward. For us, there were frustrating moments with attacks breaking down in the final third, and then just being unlucky as well. We got Manj back to say the game was a tough for us after Casemiro got sent off. Draw ain't the end of the world. We move, and yeah, I agree with that. It isn't the end of the world. It would have been nice to get the W in the end of the day, but I guess this game wasn't to be. And now we have Real Betis on Thursday, second leg to wrap up. And then we can look at the Manchester United fixtures going forward. So we will be missing Casemiro. So we're blanking, I believe, because we have the FA Cup quarter-final game on the 19th of March, Sunday. So it won't be Brighton. So he's going to miss Fulham, Newcastle, Brentford, and Everton, I believe. Casemiro. And then we'll have him back for Nottingham Forest on the 15th of April. I mean, that seems so far away from now. It seems so far away, but time goes quickly, doesn't it? Time goes quickly. So, second leg against Betis, and then FA Cup quarter-final against Fulham on Sunday. So, hopefully, we can get through those two games. Not quite back to winning ways in the Premier League yet, but hopefully when we do get to that Newcastle game on April 2nd, we can get the W there. I'm not saying 1-1 between Aston Villa and West Ham in full time, and Arsenal also 1-3-0 in the other game. And then we got the later one between Newcastle and Wolves at 4:30. Kang saying, have a nice day, guys. See you. And I do want to big up everybody in the chat before I depart. So we got Kang, Ed, Supernick, Moss, Manj. I want to big up absolutely everybody. Bath Time and Vaughan as well. Bargav, who came here earlier. Just shout out to everybody who showed up during the streams once again. Thank you so much. As it goes for watch-alongs, I know not this week coming, but in the week after, I most likely won't be doing any content around Manchester United on this channel, because I'm doing a week, like a course for a whole week. So I'm gonna put my mind and focus my mind on that, and then depending on what happens, I should be back in the week after. So I'll keep you guys posted on the Discord, on Twitter, on all socials. So have a look, and I'll post something on the YouTube channel as well. But listen, everyone, you can't win every game. We definitely wanted to win this game, and I was definitely going into it thinking this is a must-win. But man, after the red card, which I'm sure is going to be a controversial topic on social media for many hours to come, it was always a difficult ask, having seen the way Southampton were playing in the game previously and how they continue to play in attacking areas, and how they dominated possession in the second half, to be fair. So, look, it's a draw. We go again. And now we're out of the Premier League for a couple of games. Let's focus on winning those, getting through to the quarterfinals, the Europa League, maybe the semi-final of the FA Cup. So a couple more competitions where we can get a step closer to some more trophies this season. We shall see, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to have a blessed, an absolutely blessed rest of your weekend, Sunday going into Monday. And until the next time, I'll see you lot, sinners.